here showing you some of our vehicles and future projects and vehicles we actually drive. This is one we picked up this fall. It's actually going to be a project I'm going to start looking for parts for. It's a 52 Henry J. Somebody started making a gasser in it. They put a motor in it. They did it all wrong, so we'll redo that. So clearly, as you can see. So we'll redo it and do it right. And I want to do things the way I want because it's going to be mine. So, but it's going to be a 4-speed. It will be a small block Chevy. It has high screaming little small block. And it already has a 49-inch in it. So we'll build something with like 513 gears. And they did put a Dodge A100 axle in it and cut it down. And whoever did do the work actually did not bad work, but it needs new kingpins and everything else and finish up the welding. But it's there and it seems to be done all right. Like I said, it's just a shell. We need everything for it. I've slowly started finding some parts, but just around here it seems to be hard. Once upon a time there actually was quite a few of these kicking around here, and it's just we never bought any for whatever reason. But yeah, it'll be a long project, but I haven't decided what we're exactly going to do with it, but it will be a small block and a 4-speed. My brother's trying to talk me into putting a Hemi in it. We do have a good 331 with 6 carbs on a log manifold that does run and everything, but we'll see. Probably just a small block. I like them, so. And here's one of my other projects. I feel bad neglecting. I haven't fired it up all year, but my 35 Ford 3 window that I actually bought for 700 bucks, and I have less than 5 grand into it. Same thing, small block 327, 6 carburetors, Muncie 4-speed. Nothing fancy, just a plain Jane old car that I drive everywhere. It's actually kind of reliable, surprisingly. Hasn't left me on the side of the road. But yeah, it's just a cheap, fun little car. People either like it or they hate it. I gave the nickname the Bathless Grogan, and I'll tell you later why on another episode when we actually fire this thing up in the spring. But yeah, haven't fired it up at all in about a year and a half. Still kind of neglected. Good friend pinstriped the deck lid a long time ago. So yeah, it's far from perfect, but it's just a driver, and it's just, you know, it's a fun, neat old car. My old slicks that are barely down to nothing that I ran on my 55. But we'll show you that in a later episode. 55 Pontiac 2-door post. Yeah, it's my 35 Ford, the Bathless Grogan. Hi there, there's another one of our projects, 55 Chevy. It's a 4-door. It's got an LS with a turbo in it and turbo 350. It had 373 gears with a spool. We didn't like the spool, so we changed it and put 341s or 342s in it. Actually, we were doing a bunch of burnouts and donuts with it, and we actually grenaded the tranny. It's gone. We have a new one in the garage that we'll be changing on the next couple weeks. Also, I'll show you my other garage that we have full quarters, and I've got really minty 2-doors, and we are going to make this into a 2-door conversion. I know everybody's doing it these days, but we'll do it anyway. I figure the car's worth it. It's super solid, actually. It just had a lot of hokey things done to it, but whatever. But yeah, my brother wanted a car that he could just hop in with us and go to the back of the 50s in Minneapolis, and we did it this year, and yeah, it was a good time. Maybe show you some videos of that later on, but like I said, the tranny's just grenaded. We actually shattered it. The input shaft is done or something. It's just gone. What happens when we do burnouts and whatnot. Also, big gulp assistant. That was not staged. And here's actually the tranny for the 55 that we grenaded. So it's good, ready to go. Here's my 58 Pontiac Parisian. I'll tell you another story about this car when we get it up and running. I drive it every day. It's a daily driver. It's been very reliable. Put about 50,000 miles on it since we've done it. It's been in the family since I think 61. I'd have to actually check, but yeah. And you can't see, but over there are the full quarters for the 55. Actually did pony up the money and bought full quarters. So we will be making it into a 2-door future episode, but yeah. So yeah, this is my 58 Pontiac. It used to be my father's, but like I said, when we get on bring it on the springtime, I'll explain everything about it and the meaning of it. And of course my bike, which I had to buy, but we'll talk about that at another time. And tires for the Mustang that you guys seen from our first little video we set up. Yeah, I'll give you guys more of a tour about that car later on. Spring comes, we fire it up. Okay. This is another one of our projects, 31 Ford Model A Coupe. My brother bought it many years ago. It probably hasn't been on the road in probably 10 years, but somebody chopped it when he bought it. They did a pretty hokey job. One day we may clean it up. We did do the windshield posts. The Ford banger, we're going to go through another one. I'll show you in the garage that we're going to probably rebuild another one. But this one we kind of went through and it should run, but one of these days we'll see. It has a pretty neat Burns intake, windshield header, all that stuff. It's pretty neat. It was a pretty, we actually did drive this thing to a few shows locally. People liked it, I think. If not, oh well, can't please them all. But yeah, sorry for the mess. This is just a storage hold that we put all of our junk in. But yeah, it'd be nice one of these days to see it get back on the road, and hopefully we'll actually start working on it again this summer. Just gotta talk to the Bank of Booger and get his ass on it. It's his car, so we'll see. But yeah, original drive chain and everything, just dropped axle, we drilled it and everything else, and we did this probably about 20 years ago. It just hasn't seen the road. So one of these days. Like I said, we'll get more into it when we actually start working on some of these vehicles and showing them, but like I said, we've got vehicles for days to tell you about. And clearly you guys seen this from our first video there. It's my brother's Mustang. We still have some tuning left to do on it, but we'll go through it again in the springtime when we pull it out and actually finish it off. But everything's been more or less redone on this car. We still have some stuff to do to it, but it's a Mustang, so he likes it. It's done. It's done actually right. We actually fixed a lot of stuff. A lot of rust repair. When people say they're actually solid, they're not solid. But everything's brand new, top to everything, in the interior, everything's done and done right. So this springtime we'll get it back. So, like I said, we did everything in my garage. We'll show you next. But yeah, we did everything in house in our own garages. We don't send anything out. Machining work, we do it all ourselves. Paint, body, everything we do ourselves. Luckily enough, we can actually do this stuff. So, and yes, that is a bike that we used to ride as kids. Unsafe at any speed, clearly. Okay. This is our Studebaker truck that we got from our friends. We had big intentions, big plans to work on it. It's just project after project, something gets pushed over, this gets pushed behind, and it was supposed to be this summer, but it's not looking like it. So we'll just keep gathering parts. Where we found a front clip for it and some other parts, and we're not exactly sure what we're going to do with it, but we have some ideas, but won't be happening this winter nor next. So we'll just keep gathering parts, and I'll just sit at my mom's. And this is my project, 1964 Dodge A100. Either you love them or you hate them. I actually happen to like them. This one's got a lot of rust in it, but I'm pretty sure they all do. It was all complete, but like I said, we kind of shit the bed on not filming any of this stuff for starting this when we started taking the stuff apart. It's got your typical rust all through here, but we'll make new pieces and all that. Take it right as far as apart as we can anyway, but it's still got a long way to go. The Slant 6, actually somebody put a newer Slant 6 in it. It runs and drives. We actually have a video I might even post later on of it just driving down the lane. The clutch is gone in it, but whatever. But like I said, we'll redo everything. I'd like to actually lower it a little bit. We got to buy new ones of these I actually found online. This we'll probably end up making, hence the sheet of steel. It's actually pretty straight for the most part. Like I said, Slant 6, 225, 3 on the tree, which is pretty cool. 331 or 391 gear, 8 3/4, so not a lot of speed, but it's going to be kind of neat. It's actually fairly straight and solid in there. Your typical rust everywhere, but it's all easy stuff to fix. Like I said, it was all complete when we got it. So like I said, I got it from a good friend. So, but yeah, it was all complete. The tailgate's not too bad of shape. Yeah, like I said, for most of the work, this is all we have for tools. We do a lot of it just with our English wheel, stringer and stretcher over there, and we have a plenishing over there, and bead roll, or we have, well, I'm not sure of the bead rollers, but I think it's at my other brother's. But yeah, we just have a brake, and so yeah, just basic tools that we have, nothing fancy. It's just a lot of using your brains. I know some people do and some people don't.
Well, this is one of my current projects, still ongoing. It runs and drives. 36 Hudson Terraplane. It's got a Ford flathead engine in it and original suspension. Still doing the interior. It's got a brand new hood emblem, just like the original, made on a lathe. My cousin's made. Bias ply white walls. It's a 4-door, all 4 suicide doors. And yeah, it runs real good. I've put 3,000 miles on it since we put the engine in and got it on the road, and no problems whatsoever. It's got a 5-speed out of an S10. And in the summertime, once we get it all dried out around here, we'll take it for a spin and we'll do a in-depth report on what we all did on it. And that should be a long episode. This was a 12-year project to get to this point. So yeah, we've worked, all my cousins and whole family worked hard on cars. We're just regular guys. We don't work in the automobile field. We all got different jobs, and this is just our hobby. We started out with simple tools. We gradually got a little bit better tools, and come to this where we've been able to do paint, body work, frame work, machining, with just basically simple hand tools. The whole engine block on here was done in-house in a dirty garage. It's just friends and family helps out. We don't do a lot with money, but the little we have, we do a lot. Here's another one of my long time projects that I've had for a long time. 73 AMC Javelin. It's painted red, white, and blue. I've been driving it for 10 years, but right now I killed the transmission in it, and it's out right now waiting to get rebuilt, and we'll probably do an episode on putting the tranny back in. See you soon.
This is another Model B block. This might be for that Model A. The Bank of Boogers rolling this one. It's for his car, so we actually just use this to actually magniflex it to make sure there's no cracks in it, and that one seems to be pretty good. Yeah, I just need him to get off his butt and start doing it, but I think he's pretty excited. It's just like this stuff doesn't happen overnight, and it all costs money and time. But this block was supposed to be pretty good. The guy lied, but they all do for the most part. It's hard to say it was running when it didn't have valves in it, but yeah, so we'll keep you posted on that. So, like I said, this will be a long time project, this one. Thanks. Okay, this is the other part of our shop. We have nothing fancy, just regular guy's tools, you know. There's our TIG welder, our MIG welder, and, you know, we actually did horse trading for a guy down the street there. We did some machining work, so we got a plasma cutter. Who knows how old it is, but it actually works really great, so I'm not knocking it. But yeah, just average guy stuff that you can buy anywhere, you know. You just gotta be not afraid to do it. Get out there and do it. If we can do it, you can do it. So, you know what, get off your ass, get off the couch, you know, come out in the garage and have a beer and do some work. If we can do it, you can do it. Have a good one. And yeah, this is just our garage. This is mine in Stony Mountain, Manitoba, Canada. I'm pretty sure you guys don't know where that is, but you may find out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like, hit subscribe. We'll see you again.